What's up, dudes? Whew. Been a minute. I did not make a video. I made a video for June, but I didn't upload it because it felt fake. And June sucked. June fucking sucked. Getting back into work was rough. Things with, Shane were rough. My mental shit was rough, which was definitely, a part of everything. If there's one good thing that happened in June, it's that I actually found the counselor that I was seeing back in 2015 when I had to drop out of hair school. The exact same counselor, which is crazy because she just kind of disappeared. I don't know where she went or what she was doing, but yeah, one day I called to make an appointment and the phone was dead. Like it was doo-doo-doo. This number is no longer in service. And I drove past where her office was. The sign was gone. I looked up, is she still working at the university? No, she was gone. And so I'm like, well, that's fucking weird. And lo and behold, when I need her, Shannon and I were driving, home one day and happened to pass by where her new office is. And I recognized the name of the practice. And I went, holy shit, is that her? And so I looked it up and it's her. It's the same woman. Just she's come back after 5 years of being in like Budapest or something. I don't know where the fuck she was. But yeah, she's back and I'm seeing her. We've had 2 appointments so far over the phone. And mostly, of course, about the assault, but also about, just general bullshit. But mainly the assault. And just there was a lot more to that than I thought there was. It's something that I didn't realize was that, yes, it happened to me, but it's not strictly about me, if that makes sense at all. Like, I didn't think about or didn't realize how it was going to affect Shane. Because if y'all don't know him, then you just know from what I'm telling you. He was a cop for a while. He's very, he wants to protect people, especially the people he loves and cares about. And for something like this to have happened to me, his wife, he felt powerless and hopeless and almost responsible, and it was tearing him apart. And I didn't realize that until we had a really, really bad fight about it, but everything's fine now, of course. But that was just kind of, I guess, what I needed to hear, or what needed to happen so that I would, realize that. Yeah. And so things have gotten better. I'm still fucking having panic attacks. I had one a couple of nights ago. I saw an Asian man on TV. The guy that did it to me was Asian. He's Korean. I saw an Asian man on TV and it set me off. I'm like, what the fuck? Can I not even look at people anymore? And like I said last time, it's reached a point where I'm not scared anymore. I'm just pissed off. I'm so fucking done with this. Ugh. I'm also kind of like, because I just got off work and oh my god, today was crazy, but focusing on June right now. Yeah. At one point, I don't remember if it was June or July. I don't remember, because the last 2 months have kind of blurred together. At some point, within the last 2 months, basically everybody came to visit, but at different times. My dad came by he was supposed to spend the night, but he wound up just staying for a few hours. He decided, like, no, I want to sleep in my own bed tonight, so that's fine. Mom came down, and then Miranda and Jonathan came down, or Mom came up, and the other 2 came down. We hung out for a few days. Shane built a driveway, because we had the kind of, what the fuck is the word? The carport. We had put gravel down in it before, and then now we've got gravel going all the way to the end of the house. And step 3 is to get the gravel all the way to the drive, or the road, so we can have a proper driveway. But, and so yeah, Shane worked on that. And, we had a good visit. July. Thankfully, July was mostly uneventful. Like I said, I went into counseling and I am improving. It's still very difficult some days, but that's just the nature of the beast, you know? Work has been crazy, and not like crazy busy, but just like weird. There are days where it's so busy I don't have time to eat lunch. And then there are days where it's so slow I may as well not bother coming back from lunch. And it's a complete crapshoot as to what those days could be. There was a Saturday where I worked on one person, and then a Thursday where I did 6. Hell, yesterday was so slow, they told me to have lunch at 12:30, and I did. And then they sent me home at 2:30 because no one had shown up. That was my very first 0 day in my entire career. 1 0 day. And if you don't know, I consider a 0 day to be a day where I don't work on anybody or do anything related specifically to, you know, my job. So, yeah, that was really disappointing. I think I may have had 1 or 2 0 days actually when I was working at the spa. But anyway, the first 0 day in recent memory. And so that sucks. And then today I come in and I've worked on 7 people. And today was wild. Excuse me, without going into too much detail, we had to call the police because a group of people walked in and got services done and then walked out without paying. And we didn't think they were going to come back. And sorry, it's a text from my manager. She just met a sexy 35-year-old. I will deal with that later. Anyway, and so police were called, and then the people came back, and they wound up paying for it, and then like, oh, well, y'all are racist because of this and that. And I'm like, no, just motherfucker. So the cops got there, I went up, I gave my statement, this is what I understand to have happened, and then I went out back and had a smoke. Yeah, I used a vapor. Y'all, don't do this. If you don't, then don't start. But fuck me. And so I did. I went out back and I had a smoke. I was like, I'm so done with today. Because that wasn't even like, that was the highlight, but it was still like up and down and up and down. It's just, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Just constantly. Ugh. So, yeah, July was fine. June was shit. Hopefully August will be better. I'm gonna be 28? Shane's 29? Yeah, I'll be 28. I, honest to God, forget how old I am sometimes. Like, I don't know if y'all can see. Probably not. You see his gray hair? You see all of that? That's just what's popped up in the past, like, week or two. I don't know what the fuck's going on with me. Thanks, Dad. His dad started going gray really early, too. One of the few things I got from him. But anyway. Yeah. I haven't really been making anything. Haven't really been writing or drawing. I've been playing Animal Crossing. Like a crack addict. It's such a good game. It's nice to have complete and total control over something when the world's gone to shit. You know? So yeah, I've been, like, Animal Crossing for over 200 hours since I bought the system in the game sometime in mid-June. But yeah. And just, things are nuts. Things are exhausting. And unfortunately, as far as the global, or at least the national scale goes, because if y'all didn't know, I'm in a state that opened way too early, and we are seeing the repercussions of that. Fuck, the whole country opened up too early in my opinion, but whatever. Not getting into that. Just the whole plague thing is definitely going to get worse before it gets better, and I'm really concerned that there's going to be a second lockdown. And if there is, at least I've got video games to keep me busy this time. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Just, it's insane. And that's really all there is to say, is that it's crazy. But yeah, just like last time, this went on much longer than I intended it to. And I guess that's it. I measured Monty recently. He went from, last time I checked him was in sometime in March. He weighed about 713 grams. Now he's 832 grams. And he's gone from 40 inches to 46 inches long, from the tip of his nose to the tip of his tail. So he's getting big. He's getting really big. He's a good boy. All the cats are good cats. No trouble with the pets, thankfully. But yeah, so I'm gonna stop talking. I'm very thirsty. I haven't had anything to drink since like 3 o'clock. And we'll see if I even fucking upload this. Probably not. Whatever. Later, dudes.